StartupHakk, we love to train software developers and build custom software solutions. So I've been working as a lot of work as a fractional CTO lately, and with over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology, teams, and products. So the fear that AI will replace jobs, particularly in the tech industry, has been growing. And as AI continues to evolve, many worry that it will render human jobs obsolete. Now, I'm here to I think a lot of that's some FUD, some fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and I'm here to try to lay that to rest. So let's dive into this a little bit today and talk on the subject today. All right, so again, this is not a new theme. This has been around for a long time. So the fear that AI will replace jobs, particularly in the tech industry, has definitely been growing. As AI continues to evolve, many worry that it will render human jobs obsolete. Now, I've been hearing about this for well over 25 years, right? I actually remember when we got our first home PC in the late 80s. And then with the release of Windows in the 90s, so like Windows 95 when it was released, Bill Gates was talking about all these amazing things that computers are going to do to replace humans. And like I've just been hearing this for so long. So now, have computers replaced humans? Yeah, they have in some ways, right? In a lot of cases, they have. But also in other ways, they haven't replaced humans, right? Computers still aren't writing all the code, which literally was something that was predicted years ago. But it's actually created a whole new series of jobs all over the world. And so this concern is especially prevalent with software developers in the field and kind of always been a myth for a while. So where automation and AI advancements are rapidly accelerating, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not like sticking my head in the sand saying AI isn't here. However, it's crucial to understand the complexity of software development tasks. So we're going to dive into that a little bit today. So even OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, has emphasized that AI is more of a tool to enhance productivity than to replace human jobs. Now, are there some human jobs that are going to be replaced? I do think there will be. I think we're going to see some impacts on call center jobs. I think we're going to see impacts on some things that are very repetitious jobs. But Sam Altman believes that AI can help coders become 30x programmers. So the automation of repetitive tasks it's going to allow software developers to be able to do things faster. And that will just make software developers become more productive. So just the same way that autocomplete in Visual Studio makes a developer much more productive, it hasn't replaced the developer, right? But it does make them much more productive. So this perspective shift and the narrative from AI as a job stealer to AI as a powerful assistant. By leveraging AI, developers can increase their efficiencies and tackle these ambitious projects. So the partnership between humans and AI can lead to an unprecedented advancements in technology. And I do think we're going to see some of that. So let's take a look at this here. And so even amid concerns, Sam Altman, in a recent interview in Melbourne, was saying that how artificial intelligence could change the way people write computer code. He was saying, in short, AI will boost their productivity, will help programmers become 30x programmers, and he sees it leveling education as a playing field for all. I'm not going to dive into a ton of this, but I have a kid in high school and a kid in junior high. There's definitely no doubt that education is going to have to figure out what to do with AI. They don't know what to do with it right now, just in short, but we'll get to that on another day. So, being a software developer involves a myriad of tasks that require human intuition and problem-solving skills. So from understanding client requirements to design architecture and debugging, the role of a developer is totally multifaceted. If AI were to replace developers, it would mean that countless other jobs would have already been automated along the way. So the complexity of software development provides an early warning system for broader job market impact. So just as no-code systems haven't replaced developers, and again, no-code systems have been, no longer need a developer, right? I can't tell you how many times I've come in to help build and automate a system which somebody thought they could originally do with no-code system. But AI is still a long ways from achieving that level of autonomy. Now, I was reading on a Reddit post, and I really liked some of the Reddit comments, and so I'm going to pull up some of these Reddit comments here because I think that the Commodores, and I guess I wish I could get some, give the guys a shout out. I can give their handle a shout out, right? But let me switch back over to my other screen here, and I'll make this a little bigger so we can see it. So, there we go. The OWL hypothesis, right? This guy. So I'm a senior level, working in DevOps, but still engineering software as well. Spent hours yesterday working on something that hypothetically an LLM can already write, right? And that's exactly my point, and I'm sure he's referring to Copilot. The problem is LLMs have no means to integrate systems. I was working on parsing data from a backend I wrote into a JavaScript handler to integrate into a COTS solution. Yeah, good luck. If they can get an LLM to do that, then yeah. This required coding JavaScript, launching the local COTS to test, writing Python, fast API code, pushing software to the actual environment in the cloud to test there, and on and on. Not to mention, I wrote all the pipelines to make deploying possible. Is possible? If AI can already replace you as a software developer, coder, DevOps person, you're maybe just not very good. By the time we get to the point where AI can do all of this, that what I was doing, and faster and better, you better believe everyone else is out of a job. And I think that's really, I think he's hit the nail on the head right there. Then frankly, why do we have executives? Why do we have, the CSMs? Right? Like, I think there's a lot of other jobs that are going to hit to this long before we see the complexity of development being taken out of the mix. So, and I think that's really a good point. So, AI's role is to augment human abilities. Its true potential lies in the ability to augment human abilities rather than to replace them. Tools powered by AI can help developers write cleaner code, identify bugs faster, and optimize performance. And I think for those uses, I think it's fantastic. By handling mundane tasks, the stuff that us developers hate anyways, AI allows developers to focus on innovation and strategic problem solving. This augmentation can lead to more fulfilling and impactful work for developers. Embracing AI as a collaborative tool rather than a competitor can transform the tech industry and unlock new opportunities. Now, despite significant advancements, AI is still in its infancy when it comes to handling the full scope of software development tasks. AI can assist with coding, but it lacks the ability to understand context, make judgment calls, and adapt to changing requirements. The human touch is essential for creative problem solving and system integration. The development process involves more than just writing code. Shocker, I know. They think all we do is write code, right? It requires a deep understanding of the project and the business, which AI currently lacks. Thus, developers remain a crucial part of the equation. So, tech market has been volatile. We know this. The last 2 years have been very crazy. And by volatile, I mean we saw 2 years of spike and 2 years of drop. But experts predict a strong recovery in the near future, while AI and automation continue to advance. And we heard all the earning calls this week from all the big players, Microsoft, Google, Meta, all of them. Right? They're all betting on AI. And what I mean betting, I don't mean like they're not guessing. They're dumping billions of dollars into AI. The demand for skilled developers remain high. The job market is expected to rebound in the fall of 2024 with significant growth projected for 2025. As companies adapt to new technologies and remote work trends, opportunities for tech professionals will increase. So staying adaptable and continuous learning, especially around AI, is going to be important. Now, the idea that AI will completely take over jobs is more of a myth than a reality. AI excels in specific, repetitive tasks, but struggles with the nuance and dynamic nature of software development. The role of a developer is not just about coding, it's about understanding user needs, creating intuitive designs, and ensuring seamless functionality. These aspects require human creativity and empathy, which AI cannot replace. I know they're making a specific AI empathetic bot right now, and it still isn't going to do it. But, and it would just give you tell you how great you are over and over. Anyways, the myth of AI taking over jobs overlooks the critical human element involved. I want to go to this other comment that I saw here, and if I can't find it really quick, then I'm just going to pull it up here. Let me bring this over here. So, as Tesla has shown with their FSD, there is a gradual path to the 80-ish%, right? So, and I would say it's fairly rapid, right? I think Tesla got to like 80% on FSD very quickly. But the last 20% is a massive cliff with lots of dead ends that may have you start all over again. And this is actually true. FSD on Tesla on version 12, okay? So not like version 2, 3, or 4. On version 12, they rewrote a ton of it after they'd learned. So not saying it won't happen, but having worked with LLMs for the last number of months, they're fine. But I have 1,500-ish lines of SQL statements that need to be generated going after fact and multiple dimensional tables, subqueries inside of subqueries. There's a huge difference with the basic CRUD applications and complicated BI analytic capabilities. Just as Tesla is finding out, traveling on a highway is pretty easy compared to a downtown of a major city or anywhere with complicated roads. Now, I'm going to take this even one step further, and what we were just talking about a minute ago. For these repetitive tasks, AI is great, right? So a really good example is like the Optimus robot, since we're going to take FSD and kind of run a little more with it. The Optimus robot is they're going to start it in factories to do like one specific task or two specific tasks, which it can do repetitively over and over. So an assembly line is a great example, right? Amazon's been running robots in their warehouse, in their fulfillment warehouses for a long time. And by robots, I mean it's something attached to a table that moves stuff and can pick things up and do different things, right? They have different robotic pieces. But those are specific repetitive tasks, right? And so I totally agree with this guy here where he's saying the 80%-ish. And I think that's what we're seeing. And actually, the funny thing about it is your LLM numbers are showing roughly 80%. But the last 20% is massive. And I think that's what everybody's trying to refer to as generative AI. And I won't go a ton into that today, but I think that's what everybody's trying to say, generative AI. So I think we're a little ways from that still, and I think I guess that's the whole point of what I'm trying to explain today. So now I definitely think that we need to prepare. I am not saying stick your head in the sand. Don't. Quite the opposite. As AI continues to evolve, developers need to prepare for an enhanced future. This involves learning how to work alongside AI and use AI as a tool and integrate them into your development processes. Upskilling in areas like AI and machine learning can provide a competitive edge. Understanding AI's capabilities and limitations will be crucial for leveraging its strengths effectively. Preparing for this future means embracing change and staying ahead of technological advancements. Now, what I tell my developers all the time is, AI is not going to replace them, but a developer who knows how to use AI might. And I still stand by that. And I think that's what we're really seeing. The tech industry has always been resilient in the face of change. From the dot-com bubble to the rise of mobile technology, the industry has continued to adapt and thrive. The current wave of AI is no different. Let me make that clear. No different. It's a bubble. It's a hype. But it is new and it's going to stay around, just the same way that phones stayed around, just the same way that all of the new technology that comes along stays around. We're going to take it, and I think it's going to develop a whole new set of jobs, and I think that's what we're going to see over the next 18 months, is they need developers to be able to integrate AI. So the future of software development is bright, with AI playing a supportive role in unlocking new possibilities. So I'm working with a contract right now with a company. They just started with a new AI chatbot. And again, they were able to get it to about 80%. They're like, wow, that's really neat. It did really good on this, this, and this. But now we need to train it on our data. How do we do that? And sure enough, out of the box, there wasn't an easy way to train on their data. They have a series of APIs that you can feed it into, and they have a large subset of data that they're going to have to work on. And in order to get that, they're going to need developers. Surprise, right? So that's my point. My point here is that AI is not going to take your job, but a developer who knows how to use AI might. So, do you agree? Do you disagree? I love having healthy discussions. I've been going back and forth with some folks. One guy even said, hey, we'll agree to disagree. I love it. Love that. So love having a good discussion. Make sure you leave a comment, and make sure you like and subscribe. Here at StartupHakk, we love to train software developers in our coding bootcamp, and we have some big announcements coming over the next 6 weeks. And we love to build custom software solutions. Our custom software solutions, our consulting side of the business, is growing rapidly. Just hired 4 more developers this week to continue to feed the custom software solutions. So reach out. We'd love to help. Hit the links down below. And again, make sure you comment, even if nothing else, to say hi. And otherwise, we will catch you guys next time. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because we bring you lots of great tutorials and tips that every developer should know. See you next time.